8 o'clock and 4 minutes. I really made it, and I stood up early, which you can see about this and this. Not my time. Bad hair day. And yeah, so we are back on the track. Very funny on the street. All of a sudden, there was the guy I talked to yesterday at the newspaper in a very large Mustang convertible, and but the traffic was so heavy, so I couldn't stop, he couldn't stop, and so I couldn't ask him what his journalist co-worker said to my story. But that he have seen me, that I'm real, that I'm really hiking around is probably a good thing, and I hope he has got that in mind, and I really hope that sooner or later a journalist will report about what I'm doing, especially because I'm searching in Italy a community or a city or a private person where I can plant a tree of memory. This is the big goal, of course. And therefore I need media, or I need social media, that people share it. It's 11 o'clock. We have to hike 10 kilometers more, 2 hours, and then I hope we will find a nice place under a tree and where we can sleep then. As you can see, it's really beautiful here, but finding a space where we can hide in our tent is almost not possible. So, as until now it wasn't possible. So let's hope that soon we will find a nice corner. Tyrion would be really grateful because it's hot. It's really hot today, and we need some often breaks. The dog needs the breaks as now, so every 30 minutes I make a break in the shadow. He's cooling his belly. I'm checking news in the internet and waiting for 15 or 20 minutes. Give him a lot of water, and then we continue. And we have with 22 kilometers now, more than a half of the kilometers we have to hike for today. Yeah, so I'm ready for build up my tent somewhere, but it's really difficult. And I think that today I need to ask some farmers or hope for an angel or whatever. So I would be happy if the universe helps me a little bit right now. Okay, now I will try it with another route. It's more for mountain bikes, but if it's like this, then it will be okay. And maybe here I will find something where I can spend the night. Let's see. I was happy that there are some people, and now there are living two Indians who are not able to speak English. They don't know English, they don't know Italian. And there's an Italian guy who is obviously not interested to talk to anybody, not even being a little bit helpful. The track there is not usable for me, so I will try this one. And this will be a little bit adventure. Oh, what a crap. All the good streets leading direct to the houses, and then they stop. And this other track, the map showed me, it's so incredible bad that I really can't use it, with big holes, and it's really like this, and even cut offs in between, and you can do it with a mountain bike, but me not. So it was 1 hour for nothing, and I have got a little bit less hope for finding a sleeping space. Bad. That's a Punto Panoramico, and here at this brown spot I could build up my tent, but it's right next to the street, and there will be thousands of tourists. And next to the problem that it's next to the street, there is this wall. So my hiking cart would stand behind the wall, visible for each and everybody. And at night, I don't know what happens then. This is bad. Well, if it would be 7 o'clock in the evening and it's soon dark, then I would say, okay, I take it. But now it's not an emergency moment. It's just 3 o'clock. We hiked now 25 kilometers, but 2 kilometers were just for nothing. And so we will continue hiking. Let's see what's coming. And whenever you think nothing will go on anymore, then there is somewhere a light in the darkness. And in this case, it's an osteria. And I went in, I told them my problem, and now I can build up my tent behind their house. Thank you, universe. The kitchen is already working, and today noodle soup from Slovenia, 2 years old. I'm sure it's good. And there's my tent. And let's see again how incredible, beautiful it is here. I hoped that Slovenian instant soups will taste different to the German instant soups, but unfortunately, no. It's really the same, just it looks a little bit different. Yeah, it is what it is. Soup. I had to promise that Tyrion would not harm the chicken. And I told the lady that Tyrion thinks that raw meat is really disgusting. He never eats it, never. And that he is too tired for hunting. I hope he will not disappointing us. What does it mean to act ethically? Acting ethically means making decisions and carrying out actions that are morally justifiable and consistent with certain ethical principles and values. This often includes considering the well-being of others, fairness and justice, and avoiding harm. Acting ethically requires conscious reflection on the potential impact of our actions on other people and the environment. It means taking responsibility for one's own decisions and making an effort to consider both the short and the long-term consequences of those decisions. The foundations of ethical action can vary depending on cultural, social, and personal value systems. In many cases, ethical action refers to generally accepted norms such as honesty, integrity, equality, and respect for the rights and dignity of others. In professional contexts, it often also includes professional standards and ethical guidelines that are specific to a particular industry or activity. In addition, ethical action often includes a component of self-reflection and constant development of one's own moral understanding. It is about being open to new insights and rethinking one's own beliefs in the light of new experiences and information. In a broader context, acting ethically also means working for the common good and actively contributing to creating a fairer and more sustainable world. It often takes courage to stand up against injustice and do the right thing, even when it is difficult or requires personal sacrifice. Acting ethically also requires a certain amount of respect and compassion. It requires removing the mirror between yourself and the world so that the reflection of your thoughts is gone and makes room for reality. We often believe we are acting ethically, but our thoughts tell a completely different and very unpleasant story. Which people treat you personally in a very unpleasant way? Which people no longer want to have anything to do with you since you have been diagnosed with depression or lost someone to suicide? To whom do you owe an apology deep down in your heart for treating him or her unfairly? Why do you find it difficult to accept the story behind the person? When was the last time you acted truly ethically?
Ella no, yo